So we are back with another player comparison episode, and this time around we are going down memory lane a lot. And this is literally a Barclays man classic when you get the names of the two forwards, involved. Dimitar Berbatov and Fernando Torres, two of the very best, during their times in the Premier League. They actually need no introduction, and I'm not going to introduce them because anybody watching this video should obviously know who these guys are. And without wasting much time, Victor, who do you think was the better forward in your opinion and why? Berbatov and Torres.
It's really hard to pick just one of them,
Mm.
it's and it goes against my fandom obviously, but I am picking Berbatov.
Mm.
It's he was just mesmerizing. I love Torres, don't get me wrong. Obviously, as a Liverpool fan, it's hard not to, but if you judge on efficiency, I would say neither of them was like really world class to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that Berbatov had more facets to his game, he could do more, I feel, just puts him ahead of Torres for me.
Yeah, fair shout. Fair point. For the first time, we did not see some bias. Okay.
Come
Moving on.
on, it's not the first time.
Yeah, but actually, if you were a Chelsea fan, you would probably dislike Torres.
Yeah, well, fair enough. So, anyways, moving on, Max, and this one is for you. Judging by their time, in the Premier League, who do you think was more impactful for their club? And in this case, we'll probably consider Torres like his best years, not his time at Chelsea, but his best years at Liverpool.
Yeah, you know what the problem is? I feel like Torres' impact on the Liverpool squad was much higher than Berbatov at United, but the problem is he didn't win a shit with Liverpool. And he won something only with Chelsea, but he wasn't really a main striker even at Chelsea. So I'd say overall, I would have to choose Berbatov here because he at least won something with United and he was pretty good at least a couple of seasons. So here I would go with him.
Okay,
Let's
fair
not
shout.
forget that underrated Spurs stint. That was a joy to watch.
Yeah, true, true. That was, I mean, it's often forgotten, but yeah, it was decent to watch as well. And moving on, Victor, who was more of a joy to watch on and off the ball?
Absolutely, Berbatov. Absolutely. There's no like yes, Torres had his moments of brilliance, but with Torres's strength lay in the fact that he could look for 88 minutes like he's not doing anything and is just walking about the pitch, kind of half-heartedly pressing here and there a little bit, and then scoring two goals out of half a chance. That was Torres's strength. I mean, at Liverpool, at Chelsea, let's not talk about that. But at Liverpool, that was his big ace in the hole, basically. Whereas Berbatov, he could hurt you in just so many ways, and his dribbling ability was just perfect.
Yeah, and that trademark first touch, his ball control was
Yeah,
also out of this world as well. Yeah, fair
true.
enough. Yeah, so Max, who would you rather have in your team if you were a manager? Berbatov or Torres?
I mean, we can all agree that Prime Torres at Liverpool was brilliant, but overall, looking at him, he was never a stable player. And I'll go with Berbatov here because if I need a versatile, stable striker that can not only kick the ball but also play as a false nine, I'd say, and help his team, I'll go with Berbatov.
Victor, your thoughts on that one?
Nope. Uh, I know I picked Berbatov all the way up until here, but as a manager, I'm picking Torres. Uh, he, while he didn't look like it, exactly what I said earlier, it didn't look like he was working hard, but he was. The way he created the channels for people to come in from behind from midfield, especially for Gerard. But also weaving in with Kite or with Benayoun, for instance, I think he was like from a tactical perspective, he was better suited to Premier League football than Berbatov was. He understood the game better, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. And just on a final note, Victor, which player's quality from that time is more suited for modern day football right now?
Yeah, just what I said, understood the game better. Probably Torres, but I wouldn't exactly just chuck Berbatov in the bin either, in today's day and age. Um, I think he would struggle in terms of doing everything that a modern manager expects, in terms of pressing, in terms of tracking back and doing the job all round for the team. But I think Torres, especially with his explosive nature in those brilliant moments, I think he would be better suited. But especially for big teams, if you think about it with low blocks, someone with Berbatov's dribbling ability could be beneficial as well.
Yeah, fair enough. Max, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'll probably also go with Torres, but slightly, and I mean, both of them would definitely find their place nowadays in league. So I don't think that one of them is placing, the other one is no. So I'd say mostly 50-50.
Yeah, fair enough. In my opinion, I think it will be Torres, and slightly just because in the modern day football right now, especially using the Premier League, there is no lazy in quote. There is no Premier League forward that is not required to do a lot of tracking back and running and all of that. And I think
I
Babatov
beg
was
to
more of
differ.
the
I
yeah,
beg to
Babatov was
differ.
more of the
Mo Salah.
classy. Yeah, exactly. Babatov was more of like a classy kind of forward, more like how Mesut Ozil was in Madrid. It was more of that cool, calm, collected forward kind of guy. So I think Torres would have been more rugged, for modern day football right now. So I'll go with Torres in my opinion. So that's it. It's a very, very tough one. Babatov and Torres. I mean, you can make a case for both players in almost all our questions. The only clear answer to me was who was more of a joy to watch on and off the ball. I think that one is pretty much Berbatov. But any other question, you could actually make a case for both players. And on that note, we'll tell our viewers to join us in the conversation below. Dimitar Berbatov and Fernando Torres, who was a better forward? Who did you enjoy watching? And if you're a manager, who would you rather have in your team?